Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Sky Factory. So to start out today, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you very much for all of your support on the episodes here. I really appreciate that you guys are enjoying the videos. It makes me feel really good to know that what I'm doing is what you want to see. And let me know if you're enjoying this. Make sure that you're leaving a like if you're enjoying the videos, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe also. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at a few things here today, and the first thing is we're gonna look at what I have done between episodes. So as you can see, we have the big tree here now in the center of the island. I went ahead and cleaned up all of my power generation and all of the machines, the pulverizer, sieves, all of that stuff. And I put my crafting terminal in the floor. So I have a facade around the outside of this. It makes it look like this crafting terminal is just in the floor. And this facade, if we look that up, it's, well, wrong one. So we need the facade. These facades are made with cable anchors and then the block that you want it to look like. Cable anchors are either iron or tin or copper or nickel even by the looks of it. Or aluminum, boy, just about anything. Lead, any ingot. And a cutting knife, a Certus quartz cutting knife. Well, that Certus quartz cutting knife or the nether quartz, you can either use nether quartz or Certus quartz here. Sticks and iron, pretty simple stuff. But they will cover ME cables. Now you can see here, I have been doing a lot of smelting of glass, and I'm getting really tired of having to do it manually. So what I want to do is get a redstone furnace going to take care of that for us. So the redstone furnace is just some copper gears, or redstone reception coil, a couple of bricks, a machine frame, and a piece of redstone dust. So we're going to go ahead and make that up. Now, we made the hardened version, so the next thing that we're going to do is look up our augments. Augment. Okay, so to speed this up now, we want to get, is it this one? Yes, so we want the secondary reception coil. So, we don't have enough bronze. So, to make bronze, we need to take... Okay, it's 3 parts copper, 1 part tin. So let's come up here and we'll grab... Whoop, I always forget I can't do it that way. 3 parts copper, 1 part tin. There we go. We'll just quick throw this into the smeltery here. And we'll get this smelted out. We better take this off of block mode so that we're only doing our... ingots, and actually we better remove that too so that we don't get the tin to go out right away. There we go. 4 bronze ingots ready to be cast. We will go ahead and put our liquid transfer node back on there, and that should pull everything out. We can drop that one back on there. So we should see those fairly quickly in here. And that's the last one. Okay, where's the 4th one? There we go. So that will take care of all of that stuff. So now we can take these 2 bronze, put them there. We get our speed thing. Now what I've been doing here, I moved my solar panels over here on the side, and I'm just going to keep putting these around the outside of this central circle. And we'll be collecting the power off of them. Now these are all tier 4 solar panels, and we can't quite go to the tier 5 yet. If we look at the solar panels, what we need to get to the tier 5 is our reinforced machine frame and the redstone energy cell. So this takes signalum and some type of either hardened or hardened glass or fused glass, which those take machines that we haven't built yet. And the same thing with the redstone energy cell. We need destabilized redstone. We need the hardened or fused glass here again. So yeah, we're not quite ready to get to that point yet. but at least we can get this redstone furnace installed. So what I'm going to do, I am going to grab one piece of sand, and we're going to go down into the underbelly of the base here. So you can see I've got a couple of hardened energy cells storing the power from the solar panels that is then dumping into our energy acceptor and powering our AE network. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put this redstone furnace right here on the side of the power cable, and this thing has power now. So what I want to do, we're going to set our configuration here so that we're inputting from the side, outputting to the bottom, and we are going to put an export bus here and an import bus here, and then we need some of our covered cable here, and that will connect everything together. Now on the export bus we're going to put sand, and I think we're going to grab some acceleration cards here. So the acceleration cards, we'll grab those and drop that off. We have our sludge boiler here. I'm not sure why I still have that in my inventory. But we can now take and put these acceleration cards in here that will bring the sand in faster. And we're going to go to our augments and put in the secondary reception coil. Now I'm kind of curious to see if we can put 2 of the secondary reception coils in there. I don't think we can, but I want to give that a try. So we're going to grab our... not that. We are going to grab our pulverizers out of here, or at least one of them, and we're going to take the secondary reception coil out of there, and we're going to take the redstone card out of our redstone furnace. So I don't think this is going to work, but you never know unless you try. So did that do anything? I think it screwed it up, yeah. So we're using 60 RF a tick. If we take that out, we're using 20. So yeah, putting both of those in does not work. So that's a bit unfortunate, but oh well. But so this will be constantly producing glass now, and it produces it faster than a standard vanilla furnace. And we have over 5,000 sand in the system right now. In fact, sand is what we have the most of. So I'm not worried in the slightest about running out of that. We're going to drop all this other stuff off too. So I'm making all this sand because I really want to get additional solar panels going. So I'm going to let that do its thing. We're going to take a nap here and get rid of this rain because that is rather annoying. But yeah, I'm wanting to get more solar panels available so that we can get more power when we need it. But right now I am going to do a little bit of work on figuring out what we're going to do today, and I will be back in a little bit. Well, I decided to take a look in our achievement book, and there's one here that says fly. So yeah, we want to get some flight going on. So we have simply jetpacks here. They're pretty simple to make. The only thing is yeah, we're going to be limited by the materials we have available to the hardened jetpack. So the first thing that we need to do is make a leadstone jetpack, and that's going to take a leather strap, a leadstone flux capacitor, 2 leadstone thrusters, and 4 lead ingots. So we'll start out with the leather strap. That's just 4 leather and 2 iron. Now, I did want to make a glider, but unfortunately we don't have enough leather. We have 5 pieces, so that's just about everything there. So next up we need the leadstone flux capacitor. I think we may not have the sulfur. Yep. So what we're going to have to do, we'll have to pulverize some coal. And that's kind of unfortunate. That will kind of put a crimp on what we can do here, but we'll let that do its thing. That's going to give us a little bit of sulfur, hopefully. So next thing, we need these leadstone thrusters. So that's going to take a copper gear, pneumatic servo, some glass, lead, reception coil, and 2 steam dynamos. So we'll make these steam dynamos first. They take 2 copper gears, a redstone transmission coil, 3 copper ingots, and a piece of redstone. So we're going to need to make a bunch of copper gears, so let's just make up a bunch of these real quick. I don't know how many we need. We'll make 10. Okay, then we need to make this. We'll need the transmission coil. We'll need 2 of those. And actually, we'll need 4 of those. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, so we need 4 of these steam dynamos. Then we need our pneumatic servo. It's pretty simple, 2 iron, redstone, and some glass. So we'll need 2 of those. Should have everything there. 1, 2, there we go. That takes care of our thrusters. And so the last thing we are missing is that sulfur. So let's see if we've gotten any yet. Yep, we've got 8 of them. We might as well just wait the last few seconds. There's 9. There we go. Alright, we'll pick this guy back up and get him out of there, because that's not what I wanted to have laying there. So, make this leadstone flux capacitor, and now we can make our jetpack. There we go, leadstone jetpack. So now, right away, we're going to upgrade this to the hardened jetpack. So we're going to need to make these hardened thrusters. That takes blocks of redstone, reception coil, Invar ingots, Tinker alloy gears, more pneumatic servos, reactant dynamos. That's going to take some bronze ingots, Tinker's gears, redstone, transmission coils. Yeah, we're going to need to make a whole bunch of bronze then. So we don't have that. Let's just take a look at what we've got for ores. Okay, we have a little bit of copper ore dust here, so that will make 3. And we need then 3 of the tin. Let's see here, 1 more. And actually we have that, the ore sand. And we're going to take then, it would be 2 more tin. And once again, we need to pulverize these before we run them through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run these through the pulverizer, get those smelted, and yeah, I will be back when we're ready to make our upgrade to our jetpack. So the reason I wanted to pulverize those ores before I set them into the smeltery was very simple. By pulverizing the copper, we got 3 additional gold, and pulverizing the tin, we got 2 additional iron. So I'm just going to drop those off in here for now. But we should have enough bronze now to do what we need to do. So we need our hardened jetpack. So we need some of these Tinker's gears, and I think we need 5 of those. 5 of those. And then we'll need to make our... No, we'll need 6 of them actually. But we'll need some more of these transmission coils, so we'll need... well, here, we'll grab 1 more of those. And the transmission coils, need 4 of those. Then we will make our hardened thruster. Well, we'll make this next. So we need to make 4 of the... Oh, we don't have enough gears. More gears. I'm not getting my math right. So we need 4 more of those. So now we should be able to make these. So that will make that. We'll make our thrusters now. Well, we need 2 more of these pneumatic servos. 4 more of the pneumatic servos. Boy, I'm really having a hard time figuring... No, we only needed 2 more. Well, whatever. Yeah, what are we missing now? Invar? No, redstone blocks. Oh. Don't know for sure how many we needed. I'm going to grab 8 of those. Yeah, we only needed 4, so there's that. Now we need our hardened... Oh, we are going to need another leadstone flux capacitor, so now that we can turn into a hardened flux capacitor, and that should give us the hardened jetpack. There we go. So we have a hardened jetpack. Now the next thing, we want to get some armor plating on that. So we need to make the Tinker's armor plating, and we will do that with the induction smelter. So we will finally be making our induction smelter. Now we need to make our iron armor plates first. So we'll take that, and then we need the induction smelter. So the induction smelter is made with Invar gears, which I don't think we have any of those made. So we'll make up 2 of those. And we should have everything else. There we go. So we have our induction smelter. We'll go ahead and put that down over here. And I forgot to pick up the pulverizer the last time that I used it. So now to make the these plates, we need 10 bronze. So let's see what we've got for bronze in here. We have 6 left. So I'm going to have to make up a little bit more bronze, and then I will smelt that and make our armor plating. And also we are going to want to make something to charge that with. And let me think, what was the name of that? I cannot remember. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to look up thermal expansion. Okay, so thermal expansion, energetic infuser. Where is that located? There it is. So the energetic infuser will need some copper gears, reception coil, transmission coil, leadstone energy cell frame. So that's all pretty simple stuff. So I'm going to make up a little bit more bronze, and I will be back in a little bit. So I have enough bronze now. We're going to go ahead and drop these into our induction smelter. This will make up our bronze armor plates. We'll just go ahead and put this with our jetpack. We get our hardened jetpack with armor plating, and then we're going to make up the energetic infuser. And like I said, copper gears, machine frame, and actually let's put in a hardened machine frame in that instead of the basic one. And so that'll make that machine a little bit better because we can upgrade it later. So we're going to drop this here, and we'll go ahead and charge this. So this thing will hold more power than it takes to charge the jetpack. But as soon as this thing is charged, we will be able to fly. And boy, I have been wanting to do this for a while. So we're going to remove this gold chest plate that we've had on for a long time here, and oh, that is nice. We can fly. So I've been periodically getting mobs spawning over here on the grass layer that I left behind. And yeah, I've just been killing those guys. But we may want to look at getting our actual passive mob stuff set up here today as well. But so we now have our flight. I'm really happy about that. We can get up here on top of things that we couldn't get to before. So yep, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're just going to drop a few things off here. The golden chest plate, wool. Yeah, we'll drop these off in there. So yeah, we had a few items that we had been picking up from mobs. But yep, we've got that. We've got flight. We have an ability to charge it. And yeah, I will do a little bit of thinking now, figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the episode, and I will be right back. So I was wanting to make a couple more machines from thermal expansion. The next one that I wanted to make was the magma crucible. The problem with that is it requires nether bricks. Well, we don't have anything for nether bricks. We have one piece of netherrack. So we have two options here. One, we can put redstone into lava, or we can try to find a nether fortress. And actually, when I think about it, that may be the better option. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. I've been killing up some cows, and actually I got a common loot bag from one of them that I didn't see. So, ooh, mana steel. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make up a glider. So let's take a look at the glider here. We want the open blocks glider. So we need 2 wings, and then we need a stick between them. There we go, glider. So now we can use just a little bit of jetpack fuel and then glide for a while. So that's pretty good. So now the next thing that we'll need to do is get our nether portal set back up again. So let's take a look at obsidian. We have 62 obsidian. Wow, that's quite a bit. So where do we want to set this? Originally we had set it here. Well, for now we're going to set it here again. So let's go ahead and place this down here. Well, no, this is 1.7.10, so we have to go with the old-fashioned one, don't we? Well, we'll go ahead and go with that. Now we need a flint and steel. Ooh, not there. Right here. Okay, so we get our flint and steel. We'll light this thing up. Now we're going to drop off as much stuff here as I think we don't need, which is going to be the majority of it. And also, while I'm thinking about it, we had our achievement book here, and we needed fly. So there we go. So we're going to drop this back off over here. Try not to take damage, but we did. And we are going to go ahead and head into the nether once again, and we're going to fly around until we find a fortress. So hopefully this loads in sometime soon. There we go. So I have no idea what direction we want to go. I think one of the first things we should do is keep track of where we are here. Let's see here. Let's pull up F3. So we are at 1732. Okay. So, pressing the wrong buttons. I seem to have a big problem with that. So we're just going to fly straight in this direction, just see if we can find anything. We've got a lot of these hanging vines, and I have no idea what they're hanging from. Doesn't look like they're hanging from anything. So we just had a pause in movement, so that would tell me that something just loaded in. Well, I don't know. Let's check off to the side here, maybe? And I'm kind of curious the difference in these clouds. So this is an ash cloud? Whoa, don't want to walk off of that. Okay, so I wonder what are the uses for this stuff? So 9 of them will make charcoal. We can make a cover. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of neat. And then these are the sulfur clouds, and we may want to be harvesting these just to get sulfur. So let's go ahead and grab a few of these. This gives us the Natura sulfur. So I think this stuff can still be used. Nope, it can only be used to make gunpowder. Well, that kind of stinks. It's not what I wanted. So we'll just go ahead and place all of that down there. And we're going to keep flying around here. I will come back when I finally find a fortress. So I found the nether fortress, but I wanted to grab a few more things from the base before I went and tried to take it on. So the first thing that I need is a bow. So I've got a bow and several stacks of arrows. The other thing is I want to make a golden bag of holding. So we're going to go ahead and make that up here real quick. And then I also want to make a few of these diamond dollies, which do require some iron dollies, but that's okay. So I think oh, we're out of planks again. Okay, so let's look up wood. Oh, we are running low on wood too. So just in general, we are in need of getting our wood stuff taken care of. So let's see here. How many dollies do we have now? Okay, we've got 5 of those. I want to take a look at the the achievement book here real quick. And I think it asked us to get 5 of them. Okay, so yeah, I suppose we'll go ahead and make up 5. 5 of the dollies. So actually we don't need the iron dolly once we have the diamond dolly. So we'll go ahead and make up 5 of these. There we go. That did take a lot of our diamonds. We're down to only 30 diamonds. Now also, I guess one thing that I didn't mention, I set up my pulverizer and auto sieve down here to sieve gravel because we were running out of lapis of all things. So that will be getting us back some more diamonds again. That will be very helpful. But so we're going to go ahead and take our golden bag and we're going to place these diamond dollies in here. And we're going to go and try to get back to this nether fortress. Now it's basically straight west of the portal. So if this loads in anytime soon. So let's take a look at... Okay, we are facing west, and I just accidentally took a screenshot. So let's go ahead and head out here to the west, and we need to go about 300 blocks. And so we're trying to get there as fast as we can here. And let me tell you, it is just covered with mobs. So I'm not really too happy about that. So here we go. Here is the fortress. And I don't even know where we should go about starting in on this thing. I suppose we could get up here on top of it. There doesn't seem to be many mobs up here. So we want to avoid hitting pigmen if at all possible. But we also have tons of skeletons available, and that will be really nice for getting wither skulls. So I suppose the first thing we ought to do is just kind of try to take out a few of these blaze over here. There we go, there's one. Oh, I missed him. Come on, get him. Haha! Man, that was a heck of a shot. So the skeleton will be a bit of a problem. There we go, he's dead. Now that spawned in a wither skeleton. But I think we're going to go ahead and fly down... Whoa! Darn wisp. I didn't expect that one. Can we not hit a wisp with a bow? Yeah, we can. There we go. What did that drop? Oh, a wrath shard. Okay. So we're going to get over here and try to shoot this blaze here. Get him away from the spawner. Okay, we need to quickly... Ah! No, 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 no. That was bad. That was very bad. Very, very bad. Okay, let's get up here. We'll get out a diamond dolly. And now we will try to kill all of these blaze. Oh man, that was a very bad idea. Did that bounce off of him? That's weird. There we go. Okay, now all of those guys are dead. We need to make sure that that diamond dolly is on our hotbar. We're going to try to get down here, just grab that thing and get out of there. There we go. Haha, take that. Oh wow, that was kind of tough to do. Okay, so we've got one. And I think I'm just going to keep going around here and grabbing these blaze spawners for now. I may try to get some wither skeleton skulls. But yeah, we're just going to keep looking around here, see what we can find. And I'll be back in a little bit. Well, we made it safely back to the base after conquering several nether fortresses in order to get enough spawners. But we now have 5 diamond dollies full of blaze spawners. So we can mark that one off on our achievement book as well. And I did kill tons and tons of wither skeletons, but didn't get a single skull. So that's unfortunate, but we did get tons of loot. We got several loot bags that I got a whole bunch of stuff out of, but we got tons of chests. It looks like I broke 11 of them. We got a lot of horse armor. We'll be melting down the iron and gold, and the diamond we can put in a pulverizer. Well, here, we need to charge our jetpack real quick. But, yeah, we will go ahead and put the horse armor, the diamond horse armor, through a pulverizer, and that gives us, I think it's diamond nuggets. So if we take one of these and put it in here, we see diamond nuggets. So we're going to go ahead and run all of that through here. That will help us out on our diamond supply. But, yeah. I do think that I am going to say that that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up and let me know. If you got any comments or tips or anything like that, go ahead and leave those down below. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!